changed after halftime?
Right out of the gate with a negative question. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm messing. Yeah, I'm messing with you. Well, I'll just say this. I thought we played fantastic the first half and built a huge lead. Made a defensive mistake. The last play of the game it was a play they run that we knew, and we didn't guard it. So we should have held them, to 19. And just psychologically, I think that would have helped. They went in with a bucket, but maybe not. But I've said this before, and I'm going to say it a million times again. I'm a big believer the hardest situation to play in a college basketball game, in my opinion, is a big halftime lead. I think it's very hard. As hard as you try to, as much as you talk about it, as much as your guys are talking or trying, the other team is in kind of a nothing to lose, aggressive mindset. They have to be. They change the whole psychology changes, and your guys, it's hard to have that edge, and it's also hard to be as aggressive because now you're protecting a lead. You're not building the lead, and so we didn't do a great job. They scored 14 points, I think, in the first 3.5 minutes, and that what that does is gives them hope and makes for a long second half, because if you could come out and really, kind of damage their confidence in 4 or 5 minutes, keep a 20-some point lead, I think sometimes, it's hard for people to play that way. But give them credit. But look who we're playing. This is Temple. Temple's one of the winningest programs in the history of college basketball. They won our league last year. They've been in the NCAA tournament so many times. I think Fran is a tremendous coach. He's a tremendous person. I have so much respect for him. So, and a talented team that beat West Virginia and Florida State. So that's who we're playing. So they started playing like it. They started playing like the team that beat those teams. So I think it's a great win for us. I think we also, hopefully learned some things. They had 9 steals, taking years off my life on every single one of them because the lead is dwindling and all we're doing is throwing them the ball and letting them lay up. But having said that, 9 steals, how many layups, and we still hold them to 39% field goal percentage. So pretty darn good on our guys' part.
How do you keep the edge going in after the half?
It's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. I've just been involved in this so many times over the years, and it's just human nature. It's just hard. And we talked about it again afterward, and it's happened to us a few other times. We've had big leads. It's just very difficult, and I hope we get some more of them. We get practice at it. I hope that would be great, but I think it's one of the tough situations to be in. I know that sounds crazy, but I really believe that.
Knowing how they lit you up from 3 last year, how do you go about preparing for such a streaky shooting team?
Well, I think, you never know what's going to happen in terms of outside shooting in a game. What you do know is you can look at statistics and you can pretty much get a feel over time how well people are going to shoot. So you play the percentages is what you do. But then you also have to understand, how do you get good three-point shots? A guy that just stands there and shoots three-point shots is really not that difficult to guard, unless there's somebody that's driving the heck out of the ball, for instance, and then you got to make a decision. Do we come off the driver and give up the 3, or do we stay on the 3 and hope to heck that around the basket, we make them take a tough shot? So to me, and then of course if you have a great post player, they usually force help, and you help down, they kick out, and you get 3s that way, and you get 3s in transition, and those are probably the most common ways. And so you got to be good at all the above. You got to keep the ball in front of you as much as you can. We did an outstanding job of that the first half. Second half, not so much. They got more aggressive. We got a little tired. And you got to understand how to guard the post and not give up kick out 3s and those kind of things. So we just try to play the percentages. If you can stay in front of the ball, that helps a lot. If you can identify before a game, these are their best shooters. We know who their best shooters are. And of course, we played a team early in the year. I won't go into it, but a guy was 2 for 24 going into the game. I think he hit 5 straight on us. So it's going to happen, but you got to play the percentages. You got to play solid. And if you do play solid over time, it usually works out.
Ben Moore scored his 1,000th point during this game. What does he mean to this team?
So happy about that. They just told me in the locker room, and I just love Ben Moore. I love Ben Moore. He's been wonderful from day one that he got here to now. I love coaching him. I love being around him. He's a special young man, and 1,000 points it's a great honor. Put you in a club, and he should be in the club. He should be in a lot of clubs. He's in the Winners Club, and I don't know. I would think he's got a chance to go down as he and Sterling is two of the winningest players ever. I don't know. I haven't checked that, but I would think they would have a chance for that. But I'm so happy for him. He does so much for us. Look at him tonight. My gosh, he's fantastic, and he's really smart, and he's directing a lot of things out there, and I'm really happy for him.
Temple got an 8-2 lead early, and then you outscore them 38-14 the rest of the first half. Did you make some sort of an early in-game adjustment, or was it just a matter of your guys settling in?
Well, I would like to say yes, because that would make me look really good, but it'd be a lie. I felt great down 8-2 because I thought we were getting great looks. That's what I look for, is what kind of shots are we getting down here? What kind of shots are they getting down here? And if they're getting tough shots and they're going in, I don't worry about that. And I look at our end, and it was like, boy, we were getting really, really good shots. And I just knew it's like they'll start going in. We got a good shooting team. We're going to get the floor spread out a little bit. We get our penetration game going. So I was not worried at all. Now, if it had gone another 6-8 minutes and it's 16-4, I might have changed my mind. But I felt great. We didn't need to make an adjustment. Everything was fine. Everything was going just right. It's just they were locked. Think about the psychology of what they came off. They had a close loss at home to Cincinnati. They go to Central Florida, who's holding everybody to about 0 points right now. I've never seen anything like it. So they have a tough start. They're 0-2. They're on the road here. There's some desperation, particularly when you're the league champion. So we knew we're going to get a team is about as cut in as you can be. I wasn't surprised at the start. I wasn't surprised that they fought back. I was surprised that we got away from them in the first half.
You mentioned some of the turnovers in the second half that, like you said, took some years off your life.
For sure, at least.
Was some of that just fatigue since you're playing such a short bench? Your players said no, but what did you say?
I don't think so, and I just hate to give into that. I mean, everybody plays somewhat tired, and I know we're playing guys a lot of minutes, and I respect it. Geez, 37, 38, 37, 37. We got 4 guys, and of course Sterling usually plays that, but he's in foul trouble. That's a lot of minutes in a college game, but these guys are in great shape. They're great competitors. I think they know a little bit when to save and when not to. A little bit, they're pretty smart that way. But still, geez, we're just throwing it to them, So I think it'll help us. They were really upset with themselves. I was informed that they had already done all the criticism that needed to be done before I got in. They had already, done that for me, so they didn't want to hear my editorial on that. But which I appreciate, but no, all seriousness, I think that'll help us because, it was sloppy, and we can't be sloppy. You really can't be sloppy on the road with a lead and make passes like that lead to layups and get crowds in the game and get the press set up and all those kind of things.
Last one, anybody? Anything?
Have you thought about 9-game winning streak? This is your 9th win in a row. Some of the players said they haven't even thought about it. Has it dawned on you?
I try not to think in those terms, but every now and then it does creep in your head, and yes, a little bit. They said, I hope they're not jinxing us because last year I coached 9 games, so 9 seems to be a number. 9. I hope 9's not the number, is what I'm saying. That's on radio. They just informed me of that. No, but I don't even like to think that way. Really, I don't know. It's disconcerting. So it's better just to. And believe me, I hate cliche. It's just about the next game and all. I don't want to sound that way, but I really like to stay really, really narrow and not think of big picture stuff. It seems to help me to do that. But I hope we're not talking about what is it about 9? I hope we're moving on from that come Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.